welcome to Talk Nigeria. And yes, we have before us this morning a very interesting topic of discussion: repositioning the Nigerian police for effective performance. That is what we're looking at today, right here on Talk Nigeria. And I know that your input as the good people of Nigeria counts on this particular issue. And to talk on this particular topic of discussion this morning, I have with me in the studios Ayo Akanji. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, Nigeria.
Yes. Yes. How are you doing this morning?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, and nice having you around this morning.
Yeah.
And yes, like the topic said, repositioning the Nigerian police for effective performance. Now, the aim or the reasons why the police was actually instituted by Lulugard was to actually protect lives and property, but in another, terms we would say, to suppress the natives. Because
Okay.
at the end of the day, that plays out more than, securing lives and property.
Property.
Yes. So, of course, we as Nigerians of now, we know it as, okay, the police are there, they are friends, and they are here because they need to, protect us and our properties. But at the end of the day, we see where politicians, we see people, using them against the will of the people. Almost in every ramification. And that brings to mind this particular question. Starting with the current reforms of the new IGP, will the police be repositioned for better delivery? Yes.
I'll say in the affirmative, because like you say, for every action there's opposite reaction. And if you look at the track record of the current IGP, you can see that he's a fine policeman who has a depth of international background into his active policing. He's been the first African to become the vice president of Interpol. He spent a lot of, I think, over 10 years or so at their head office in Lyon. While here also too, he did very well in the posting of command he had in Ekiti, Enugu, Kaduna, and he was a directing staff in NIPS. And NIPS is a policy school. So he's bringing to bear all this wealth of experience to say I can reposition the police force. And of course, a system that is so bad, one man cannot just change it all of a sudden. But you can tell that if you have the right person at the top of the police job in the country, then we expect other police officers to follow that same action. And one thing that's characterized every IGP that comes in this country is that the moment he's appointed, the next day you hear one statement like, all roadblocks are taken away, cease to exist, and then 2 weeks after they're back. But you see, if you notice, he didn't even follow this line of action. So you can see a paradigm shift from him. Like you can see that he's quite a very serious person. And from his men, from his look, now back to the policies. Now, he's trying to reform SAS.
Okay.
In the past, before they had a presidential directive on SAS, it used to be domiciled in the police commands. So the CP of every state is in charge of the SAS in that state. And when the cries from Nigerians about having different negative experiences with SAS was increasing, the then IGP thought it wise to, move it back, of course following the presidential directive, to move SAS back to the first headquarters, and they appointed a CP who is in charge of SAS. But I think that didn't really work because you have a 36 state and FCT, so that 37 state, just one CP. So everybody pushes his complaint to him in the first headquarters here in Abuja. Before he can sift through them and respond back, it's a bit late and it was a bit cumbersome. So the IGP coming right now, looking at everything and saying, okay, fine, let's decentralize it again. I haven't seen that this doesn't work. But right now, with more stern warning to the CPs, it says now, fine, SAS is going back to each state command. But anything that comes, any scandal we have from your personnel and it doesn't seem that you take care of it well, there will be a consequence for you. So the burden now has been embraced on and placed on the leadership of the Commissioner of Police in every state of the country. So I think Nigerians should just watch and see how it goes. It's not much. It's just more of It's like more of a, well, how's it, a hierarchy policy. The SARS to remain high is going to be, they're still going to have more trainings, they're still going to have more human rights, psychological trainings and all that. But the leadership or the command of their structures now is domiciled with the Commissioner of Police in every state, and that makes more logical sense than having just one CP to superintend over 37 of them across the Federation.
Okay, so you see this as a way forward to, solving these irregularities
I mean,
we
yeah,
have in the system.
it's one step forward.
It's one step forward.
Yeah, one step forward.
Okay, and also, what exactly is the problem with our police? They perform better when on international engagement. Yeah.
Well, that it depends on the operation. Our policemen actually, they perform better abroad, but where would they train to perform better? Here. They didn't get that training abroad, so it just tells you that it has to do with a lot of indices that we also need to put in place for them here. Because, for example, they go. Yeah, you're right. They go. I think they go for UN peacekeeping jobs, and they bring their best in there. But mind you, the jobs they go for internationally are different from the jobs they actually do here. Because you're going for war pays. You're going for maybe to Sudan, to Southern Sudan, to Afghanistan, to Syria. You're going there to fight an enemy that is unknown. But here you're dealing with different kinds of criminals. But even here they're doing well, because you find policemen. Look at, for example, the IG monitoring team that arrested the vicious Evans. Evans became a multi-billionaire from kidnapping people. No one ever knew how it was going to happen. But look at how, to the mark that he was using a satellite phone so that he can evade tracking of his phone being tapped. But it took a while, but he was arrested. And we're hearing people that had experience, people from people paying €1 million to him to $1 million, cheat amount of money. His cycle has been busted. The other guy, Don Juan, the vampire, the one from Imo too. These are vicious criminals. And the same Nigerian police are actually taking them off the road. There's a lot of them around there, but we can see a very positive outcome from them. We expect them more will come the right leadership that they have right now.
Okay, and now looking at this international engagement, their performance in terms of performance, is it that the Nigerian people are hard to work with? Yes, because talking about performance now, it seems clearly that they find it difficult to relate in terms with Nigerians. Now they go abroad. Is it that the people here in Nigeria are very difficult to control, or they don't, they don't follow the right procedures of doing things and all?
I'll say naturally, Nigerians are very hard people. Naturally, we are all very stubborn people.
Okay.
So you need brute force. That's why people sometimes who come and say, scrap SARS. And I feel they are not being very, they're not being honest. Because SARS was created to fill a vacuum. And SARS actually, they are meant to deal with hardened criminals. Daredevil criminals. We have a lot of them around. If you have a case with somebody, I'll give you an example. You have a case with somebody today, maybe a theft or what, and tell them I'm taking it to SARS, you could see the person will start changing already. I don't want to go there because he knows that when he gets there, what he gets from an average policeman will be times 10 what he gets at SARS. So I think the Nigerians too are a bit hard. So that's why sometimes it proves a little bit difficult for the policemen to deal with people that are here, as compared to going abroad, who people there tend to abide by rules and regulations. But here, some Nigerians will tell you that take this way. No, they want to take a different way, just for no reason. And this happens everywhere. So I think it affects that. But notwithstanding, I'll still say Nigerian police force are doing very well in Nigeria. I mean, they're doing very well. They're not perfect. There's a room for improvement. There's a room for corrections from one thing to another, but they're doing their best. And also, government has to find a way of actually taking care of their remuneration. That's very important. Sometimes when you drive through, you see them on discussion someone, you're in your car, it has AC, they're there trying to secure you. So there's a lot that comes with us. So there should be an incentive that will make them happy doing their job.
Okay, talking about being happy doing their jobs, should we say the stories we hear about police involved in bribery and all of that, it is because they are not well paid? That's why they compromise.
That's some of the reasons we hear. But of course, you can hear that they've reviewed their salary scale last year.
Okay.
And I think that's going to come in this new budget. So the salary of police officers is going to go up, like it used to be from the past. So we expect that to come up. Also, things like health insurance should be given to them and their kids. So some new incentives. That doesn't take so much. Only their salary comes in, their kids have some health insurance covered. There's some things with their school fees. So the salary that comes doesn't really go so much into these other things again. Then they'll be comfortable. But I won't say that they're actually collecting bribes because so their salary is low or whatnot. I don't know why they collect bribes. I hope they stop collecting bribes, but I just feel that they should also be taking care of their welfare package, should be taken care of adequately. Because that's the best we can do. If you go to other countries, like for example, at one time I was in Saudi Arabia, you need to see the policemen there. When that was 2016, the new iPhone was out. They already had it. It came out September. I think a week before, so I was there. They had it.
A policeman in Saudi Arabia can buy an iPhone.
He had a new iPhone.
A new iPhone. Wow.
And they were doing so well, but you see, this whole thing got boiled down to leadership. So I was looking at him. He looked so good, very comfortable. So what will you use to compromise this guy for his country? He can't compromise. He rather dies for his country. So we need to, first of all, we have to have patriotism from Nigerians first of all. Then also the government also has to find a way of taking care of people who you send to do very difficult tasks. So if you have that for Nigeria, you're not going to use it to down them for Nigeria. Not when you have you're collecting some pittance as your salary and they expect you to go and give you all. It's not possible.
So you're saying Nigerians should be more patriotic?
Yeah, Nigerians should be more patriotic. And those who are settled, those in the force, you won't be extra patriotic because their patriotism calls, it draws more attention than even other Nigerians. So they have to defend the country's integrity at all times.
Okay, the police force, they have to defend the country at all times. And of course, talking about their pay, it should be well enough for them to take care of themselves, their healthcare, families and all of that. Very important. Okay, yes, Talk Nigeria, greetings 105.7 Abuja, repositioning the Nigerian police for effective performance. And we have a security expert in the studios this morning. His name is Ayo Akanji. And of course, he has, touched light some issues here and there in terms of security, police in particular. Real quick, the brutality associated with the police is traceable to its colonial, era.
Is it?
How possible is that? Okay, before you talk on that particular, let's pick this call.
Right.
Hello, good morning. Okay, we lost our.
Like you were doing in your introduction, you gave us a historical background to the native.
Yes.
Which means when they were created for a reason, to advance the interests of the colonials, not to actually protect what's it called?
The natives.
But afterwards, though, Nigerians now also, I think this is the 20th IGP we have. So it means we've had 19 previous Nigerians that were there that actually were IGPs of police. Right? We expected that wherever their mandate should be to protect Nigerians, not to protect anybody else.
Their mandates should be protecting Nigerians.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think. You're talking about their brutality, or you tracing their brutality to
the colonial age.
Yeah, I think a bit of it was at that time, but I want to think that the crop of police officers that were serving around that time are all out right now. So there's a new generation of police.
There's a new generation of police.
Yeah.
So
was that brutality possible to them?
It could be part of their orientation. We don't know. Yes. Yeah. But of course, there's a structure for every force, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a school curriculum. When you get in, you get trained using that same, formula, pattern, structure, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And when you graduate, the next comes and filling and goes through that same process. So we cannot be wrong if we say the brutality is being passed on from generation to generation. Yes. Repositioning the Nigerian police for effective performance is what we're talking about right here on Talk Nigeria today. It's all on the police. And we're counting down days to the general election already. And the police, of course, will play a very important role in this election. Yes, Mr. Ayo Akanji,
Yeah.
still talking about the brutality associated with the police being traceable to the colonial background. Yes, would you want to throw more light on this particular one?
Yeah, I would like to, but I also think that I want to think that there should be an evolution of action of time from that time till now, from the police, even though they tend to be violating human rights of people sometimes.
Mm.
Right? I think that happens with all the forces we have.
Yeah.
That happens with the military.
Okay.
Sometimes you hear Amnesty International saying the military actually, violating people's rights in the course of fighting the insurgency in the northeast or the banditry in the northwest or whatnot. So there's always a little maybe them going overboard in the dispensation of their actions, their duties. But I would really not want to attribute such brutality to the native police.
Mm.
I think it's just maybe it's none of their actions. Sometimes you're having people who you come to fight daredevils who are trying to kill you. Like see what happened at what's it called? Galadima sometimes last year. They came and killed about 9 policemen. Just like that. And they took their weapons and they ran. Thankfully they arrested the mastermind in Lagos sometimes last year. So these are kind of things that happen and people say they are being brutal or whatnot. But if you're in their shoes and you know what they go through daily and the criminals, the devils they face in human body,
Okay.
you might probably even do worse than them.
Okay, now let me ask you this real quick.
Yeah.
Is it because the police force is underfunded? That is why when you go to place a report in the police station about probably a breaking or a robbery incident somewhere, they say you should bring money for fuel and all of that. Is that the reason why? Or they have a budget that takes care of all of those, logistics?
They do, but it's a patchy song. And this song can actually cater for the needs of people. Like, for crying out loud, we say we have less than 400,000 policemen in this country, providing security to over 180 million Nigerians. How can you? I think it's about the ratio is about 1 to 50 Nigerians or so, and that's below the bar. Now they were trying to recruit more personnel, so about 10,000 personnel put for them, which they decided to do. So it's the police is under police. Their members they have ranks so little. They need to get more people, and then you can't get people that funded. That's what I'm talking about of equipment. Their cars. The time I was with someone who told me one time he went to buy fuel in the filling station, and then a police van was came to buy fuel, but they bought fuel of about I think 2,000 naira or so. He had to, as a patriotic Nigerian, said, "Oh, this is too small." He had to think hard about. He made them. He said he's giving them full tank. Because this is what they had, and they have, if for example now they have to go and make a chase, how it will car will stop somewhere. So there are a lot of things that, because I see the funding is very important. How many police commands do you have? How many DPOs do you have? How many of the DPOs do you have? In some states you have like 10 DPOs. 10 divisional police offices all around there with a DPO that's there. So and this DPO, you expect them that okay fine, you call them by 1 a.m. I have the robbery in my house, I'm being attacked, it should come swiftly. They check it, probably sometimes there's no fall in the car. I'm not making excuses from them, but I'm just trying to be realistic here. So as I'm saying that we all have to come together, we are all stakeholders in the security of this country. It's not just the fact that because you have policemen and then you go and sleep and say that's all. You also have to play a role to support the police. Some people are trying to make advocacy inside they can raise some funds for the police people. Others are trying to say different kind of things in their state and the federation and all that, while also employing the government to do their own role too. So if we have a proper funding for the police, then I think we can be able to put our hands in front of their face and say you people are erring. But they too, the government has so much to do to them too. To make them to bridge the gap of deficit they are bringing their services and then make them perform better for Nigerians. So Nigerians applaud.
Okay. Okay. Talking about under policing, meaning we don't have enough of the police personnel in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay. But we are faced with the issue of unemployment, right? I can't really place it. We have youths in Nigeria that are willing to join this police force. Is it that the government don't have enough funding to pay salaries? Why is the police force suffering this much? And we have a lot of youths in Nigeria, up and down every day, graduate. We have millions of graduates who are willing to join the police force. So I am putting this to you, sir. What would you say in this regards? Is it that the government don't have enough funding to pay salaries, police salaries, or this particular set of graduates or youths are not qualified enough to join the police force?
I think I'll put a bit of the blame on the leadership, because security of your country is very paramount to every leader. And you're here to protect every citizen. That's part of your campaign manifesto, and then when you swear the oath of the president or whatever it is that you have. But you can look at the funding. You can look at how people have bastardized the system in the past. Like right now, that we have like a turmoil of the global economy. Before the crash of crude oil, we used to have crude oil being sold for over $100 per barrel. But all this was done that we didn't hear people increasing the amount of police personnel. We didn't hear much more funding going to the police. So this money was just being spent by few people at the detriment of powerful, very important components of the society, of government that needed more funding. That didn't come into it. Now there's a new administration again that's on the ground now. Whereas the new administration came in and inherited a very bad economy. The price of crude oil has actually dipped down, and there's so much to do. You have to do infrastructure. You have to take care of the army. You have to take care of the police. You have to take care of other sundry agencies. Now you can follow what's going on with the minimum wage. They're reviewing about 30,000 there now, but that's still a problem too, because do you want to create inflation? Of course, the minimum wage people salaries that workers are getting for 18,000 there is not so. It's a pittance. It's so small. Now they're looking for an upward review. But for that, you have to be very careful in getting the funding, because how much does the country make? Our main source of economy is actually, main state of the economy is oil. Now we're trying to diversify to rice and then other agriculture. So, but it's not getting full traction here to say, okay, fine, we're raking in billions of dollars every year now from this, and we use that as a deficit to fund our budget. Sometimes we have to actually even go and borrow from the Eurobond to, to bridge the gap in our budget. So there's so much right now, economic-wise, going on in the country, and it's affected other subsectors, like security. Security is very important. Without security, you can never have foreign direct investment. Nobody wants to come to your country and invest where they know that there are people will be kidnapped, there are people will be killed. It's a very dangerous thing. And then you have staff, like you already said, you have young youths who are actually unemployed. But also you have to cater for them before they come in. Else when you bring them in, they become criminals again too. If you can't pay them, they have weapons. They start doing different kind of things just to survive. And but to push that fear away, at least you can see that the new cadets, the police actually, recruiting cadets, and these cadets are actually graduates to the rank of ASP. So even though the numbers they are recruiting is a bit not so huge, but at least that is ongoing. So we expect that should increase, and a lot more youths will come into the system, and we can see a bit of maybe evolution or change in how policing will be done. Because I expect someone who attends a university and has a degree to act in the right manner. Like you have road safety, they have a lot of graduates, and then you can see how they perform at their service delivery. So we expect more. If we can have more youths like that in police force, it will be very positive for all of them.
Okay, you heard that. The police are underfunded, and that is why they extort money from Nigerians to take care of their vehicles, buy fuel, and all of that. What would you want to say?
Yeah, that's part of what we're saying earlier. That the underfunding of the police is actually one of the pain in their responsibility. I think also calling our billionaires, in the country. Some of them are doing well. At least Dangote is doing very fine. If you see those cars, we have a lot of people like it. They should come in and support. Those cars have helped. Everywhere you go to, you find one of those white cars or black cars. There were the policemen there. So, and then it's comfortable. It's new. The ACs are working, so they're comfortable. Sometimes they're in the car. It's so cold, it's so hot outside, but there's a sense of, proper livelihood to them. So we expect much more about wealthy Nigerians coming under their, what's the name again for it? There has a social responsibility.
Yep.
Yeah, so help the police.
Help the police.
I mean, yeah, like it could be in fund, it could be in money, it could be in resources,
So,
wherever it is.
Are you saying we should start a campaign, hashtag fund the police, or hashtag fund the Nigerian police?
No, well, if it's well crafted, not bad. But I feel that there should be a commitment from wealthy Nigerians to add to what government is doing. And that'll help. At least we've seen one by Dangote, and we have people like Femi Otedola, Isaac Rabiu, loads of Nigerians that are doing very fine.
A lot of Nigerians.
Lots of them, yeah.
Can actually come to fund the police.
Yeah, and they have what you call corporate social responsibility. So under it, they can say, okay, fine, we want to see how we can help the police with some props, some equipment, some fund, whatever it is they want to do at their own discretion. There should be that willingness, there should be that consensus from them to also add value. This is their way of giving back to society where they make their money from. If the country is not secure, how do they make their billions of naira, billions of dollars? So it should also help in ensuring the country is secured for their own prosperity, also Nigeria's prosperity.
Okay. All right. We have some messages here already this morning. Okay, I have this message. It says, Steve, let the new IGP know that, advise that he should not trace the footsteps of the former. He didn't leave good legacy and not up to expectation in his conduct, and our organization is no more reliable. He should know that anything one does as a government agent is boldly written in the country's history. A good name is better than riches. Sunday from Nasarawa. That's a message here from Sunday.
That's a strong message.
Yes, a strong one. Now, another one here says, police is not underfunded. Rather, the top officers are refusing to release fund for operations, and they can't talk for they can't talk for the fear of being punished. IGP, please ensure adequate insurance to enhance, okay, that's what he was trying to write, to enhance their performance. Okay, Amos from Gariki. We have a call on the line.
Okay.
Hello, good morning to you. We lost that one. Yeah, you heard this particular, he said they are not underfunded, that the officers, the ogas at the top, should release funds for operations and all of that. Yeah. What would you say about that? Because we have actually heard that a couple of times.
Well, I think it's right. But I can say, without sense of purpose, is that the government will not hoard money for police. And I still find it hard to think that people that are in the police that are saddled with releasing funding to the police will sit on the money. One way or the other, it will be linked to the press. And that'll be a scandal for whoever is doing that. But I think we'll call more on the fact that government should find a way of seeing how they can actually fund the police. That's very, very important. We need more funding for the police, for an adequate security of Nigerians' lives and properties.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, repositioning the Nigerian police for effective performance. We've been on this issue for quite some time now, and yes, it's Talk Nigeria right here on Greetings 105.7 Abuja.